Previously unseen photographs of the Beatles go on exhibition in Dublin today. They were taken by Frank Hermann at the Abbey Road Studios in Dublin while the band were recording Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and they were previously thought to have been lost. Anne-Marie McNerney met the man behind the lens.
We've all seen masses of pictures of the Beatles. They are brilliant publicists. They're brilliant at displaying themselves, and acting for the photographer. But there aren't that many where they're themselves.
I read the news today, oh boy.
In 1967, Sunday Times photographer Frank Hermann got the rare opportunity to capture a day in the life of the most famous band ever. At the time, the Beatles had grown tired of touring and had become entirely studio-based. That studio was Abbey Road in London, and the album Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band is still regarded as one of the most influential albums of all time.
I had no idea the privilege I had. I had no idea that Sgt Pepper was the greatest album ever made. I loved it, but this is where the value of the occasion. I now realise, and didn't at the time, that it was so unique, that this was their private working space.
Most of the photos from that day have remained unseen for the past 40 years because the negatives were lost. But the images have been restored from the original contact sheets and will go on display in Dublin for the next week. So what can Beatles fans expect to see?
It's getting better all the time.
After I'd taken the relevant shots of them working in the studio, Sir George Martin and John Lennon, they were working very much at the console and doing the mixing, and the other lads were sitting around. Ringo was seemed to be mainly caring for his nails, it seemed.
There seems to be quite a relaxed atmosphere there.
Absolutely, yeah, totally relaxed, yeah. They're sitting around drinking tea. This is a picture where George Harrison is being mum in his fur coat. I don't remember it being, and he'd had a poncho on just before that, and he poured the tea, he did the duty. And then somebody spotted that Paul McCartney's got glasses on, which nobody knew he actually wore.
There was quite a big deal made of the fact that he was
that
wearing glasses, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Because no one had ever
seen him in glasses.
That's
right, that's right, or since.
And did you get a sense of what they were like as people when you were there?
John was in control, that's what I got. He was very much involved with George Martin. When I got there, John Lennon said, "How are you doing, mate?" And he welcomed me. The others never even made eye contact. They ignored me totally. And I liked that. Ringo was somehow not involved, but they were. When I got, they were a team. It was a lunch break, so then suddenly takeaway came in, and there's a lovely picture of Ringo and John Lennon sitting up on stools, tucking into, I don't know, Bangers and Match or something.
Leaving the note that she hoped would say more, she goes down.
Would you have been a fan prior to going in and meeting them?
People have asked me that so many times. What a fantastic occasion this was. Okay, I must admit it was the best job of the week, and that's that you work week by week on a newspaper. And, there is rivalry. Who gets the best job? I knew I'd won it that week.
And that's Frank Hermann ending that report by Anne-Marie McNerney. And thank you for correcting my slip of the tongue. Yes, I know Abbey Road is in London. The Beatles Unseen exhibition is at the Leinster Gallery on South Frederick Street in Dublin from today until the 24th of November.